Hello, hello! So I came from a long hiatus. You cannot blame me, okay? We all came from a holiday season, and then first week of January is my final exam. It's a really hell week, and I've been really busy, sorry. For those who are new to my channel, welcome. I am Noreen Gonda, a third year BS Pharmacy student in University of Makati. So when I went back online, I saw a lot of comments under my other videos regarding UMAC or University of Makati, and maybe because it's the enrollment season na naman. So I decided that I need to answer all your questions through a video once and for all. So this is the flow of our discussion. If you're interested, please keep on watching, and I will also put timestamps in the description below, so if you want to skip, just skip. So without further ado, let's go, Garod! Number 1 is the admission. So the University of Makati's admission is currently ongoing. Here is the schedule. So the link of that post will be down below, so you need to check them out, and also the Facebook page of University of Makati. I will also put a link of the Facebook group page of students naman of University of Makati. So we have this kind of little community wherein students can post their questions and then other students can answer through comment. So I think it will be a really great help, especially if you're really interested in going to University of Makati. So I understand the confusion because due to the pandemic, the process has been changed from face-to-face transaction. It became online, but I believe it's really a good thing that it became online, because in my time the admission requires, like, you need to go there to process your application and something like that. Just a disclaimer, everything that I will say is based on my experience and based on what I know, and I cannot justify that this is the truth or the 100% truth. The best thing that you can do is still go to their Facebook page and rely on the university itself, their announcement, okay? Number 2 is Makatizen versus non-Makatizen. So I get this question a lot. You have a lot of queries regarding this. So when we say Makatizen, these are citizens of Makati, of course, and non-Makatizen are those residents of another places. So the main question that I receive is, do you have a shot if you are non-Makatizen? My answer is yes, okay? I went to UMAC. I am 17 years old, and I came from Oriental Mindoro. That's a province. So technically, I am not a resident of Makati. I became a student. I am a non-Makatizen. So I can assure you that even if you're non-Makatizen, you can be a student of University of Makati. But of course, there is a difference between the requirements and also the benefits. If you are a Makatizen, of course, you have an advantage. You are the priority. You cannot blame University of Makati for prioritizing Makatizens, okay? Because of course, it's a local government university. Their priority should be Makatizens because they are the taxpayers. For the grades, I saw a post that said the minimum requirement of the GWA or the general weight average for non-Makatizen is 90% and higher. That is both for grade 11 and grade 12 report cards. So both of your grade 11 and grade 12 GWA should be 90% and higher, or 90 and higher. For Makatizen, I am not sure. There's no post regarding that, but I believe I saw something that it's about 80 or 85. It's lower compared to non-Makatizen. For voter certificate, of course, if you are a non-Makatizen, you don't have to pass a voter certificate because you have nothing to pass. But if you are a Makatizen, you need to pass it. You need to pass your voter certificate to them, just a copy. However, if you are 17 and below, just like me when I entered University of Makati, you can use the voter certificate of your sibling and biological parent. Immediate family lang, okay? Hindi pwede yung tito, tita, etc. Okay, tuition fee. If you watch my other videos regarding tuition fees of medicine-related courses, I told you that the average tuition fee of pharmacy, for example, like us, is 21 to 30,000. However, just this academic year, the College of Allied Health Studies is already subsidized by University of Makati. So instead of 30,000, if you a Makatizen, you will pay 1,000 pesos, but you need to pay miscellaneous fees, so that's about 300 to 500. Let's make a margin of error, so the total will be 1,500. And then if you're non-Makatizen, it's 3,000 for tuition fee, and then miscellaneous 300 to 500, so about 3,500. Next is the entrance exam. I cannot really remember the subjects that I took for the entrance exam of UMAC, but it's just general. It's English, mathematics, science, and then general knowledge, something like that. In general knowledge is more of the history and other knowledge, like a general knowledge it is. Is the entrance exam of University of Makati hard? For me, it's no. I'm not bragging or being boastful, but really no. I took entrance exams in other universities like FEU, UP, even DOST scholarship. The UMAC's entrance exam is not that hard. Okay? My review tips for you is just review your previous lessons when you were in high school, but I highly recommend, since you're like a incoming college student, and of course you will not just be taking University of Makati entrance exam, right? I will highly recommend having a review center. There's nothing wrong in self-reviewing, but for me, it's just hard to self-review, especially if you don't know what to review, because 4 years and 6 years of high school is long. You don't know what are the topics you've covered, so having a review center will be a good thing. And that's what I did. I had a review center of Uplink, but I don't think you are interested in that. But if you are interested on what's my review center, comment below. Once you finish the entrance exam, of course you will just be waiting for the result. In our time, the result was released by batch. I am one of the first batch na na-release yung result, so I knew it already that I passed. But some of my classmates told me that they thought they did not pass the entrance exam because they were not part of the first batch, but there are other batches pa. Late lang sila na-announce. For the result, the most important thing that I want you to remember is the entrance exam result will be the one to dictate what are the course that you can take. So, in the application, in my time, we are asked to choose, I think, 3 or 2 courses. So, from the result of your exam, they will base if are you allowed to take medicine related courses, you are allowed to take accountancy, etc. If, for example, in medicine related courses, you are not allowed to have poor result. Yeah, so you need to do well in the entrance exam. Just a quick story. In the application, you're allowed to choose like top 3 courses. For me, none of them is pharmacy. And maybe because I got a superior description of my grade on the entrance exam, like out of nowhere, I choose pharmacy course, and they allowed me to have a change in my application. But of course, there's also a change in process. Since this is a medicine related course, the medical exam is also different, etc. So, interview tips. I did not know that other courses also have their interview. So again, I can only say what I experience and what I know. The interview is not a test of intellectual capability. They will not ask random pharmacy questions to you. That interview is like a personality test. They want to know you more. So since this is a test of personality, they will ask out of nowhere questions like, how do you show care? So that's the question asked to me by my interviewer at that time. How do you show care? So I just answered very simple that I show care by checking on people, how are they? So it differs student per student or course by course. Maybe they will also ask you, how do you handle if someone shout at you? What will be your response? For nurses, maybe like, what if you are required to clean patients' feces, patient's mess, like that? Because in hospital you can't really like avoid those kind of situation. You need to be strong here, but you need also to be strong here. So that's like they are testing in an interview. So don't worry about it too much. Be natural, be honest to yourself. Number 5 is it expensive to be insert course student? Is it expensive to be a pharmacy student? Is it expensive to be a nurse student? Is it expensive to be a rad tech student? You get the point. It is not expensive to be a pharmacy student in University of Makati because we are not actually required to buy books. I think the expenses will just go with the laboratory protective equipments like lab gown, gloves, face mask, head cap, maybe locker if you want to have locker, but that's optional. And lab manuals. So laboratory manuals are required because those are activities that you need to answer. However, I can say that there are also significant amount of money that you will spend for books, especially for minor subjects, requiring you to buy their books. But as a pharmacy student itself, for me, it's not that expensive. Number 6 is the dorm or boarding house. Right now, there are a lot of room for rents, house for rents here in around University of Makati in West Rembo because the demand goes down due to the pandemic. A lot of tenants went back to their own provinces. But as I said in my previous videos, I believe it will depend. It will be really high compared to other locations because if you will be here in West Rembo, it's near the University of Makati, it's near the clinic, it's near BGC, it's near Uptown. So it will be pretty expensive but carry naman. So that will be all. I hope I answered most of your questions. Good luck and God bless in applying to universities and courses. I hope you will go to your dream university and your dream course. If you like this content, just like this video so that I will know, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's all. Bye bye.